The hen and her golden egg. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village nestled between rolling hills and dense forests, there lived a poor farmer named Rajan. He owned a small farm, and though he worked tirelessly, the yield from his crops was barely enough to sustain him. His home was a humble one-room cottage with a thatched roof, and his only companions were a few animals: a cow, a goat, and a hen named Sana. Sana was not just any hen, she was the pride of Rajan's farm. She was a plump, healthy hen with beautiful, glossy feathers that shimmered in the sunlight. Rajan loved her dearly, for she provided him with fresh eggs every morning, which he sold in the village market to make ends meet. But, despite his efforts, Rajan's life remained difficult. One chilly morning, Rajan went to the coop to gather the eggs as usual. But to his astonishment, when he reached into Sana's nest, his fingers didn't touch the familiar smooth surface of a white egg. Instead, he felt something cold and heavy. Curious, he pulled it out, and there in his hand was a magnificent golden egg. Rajan blinked in disbelief. It was solid gold, heavy and gleaming in the early morning light. His heart raced with excitement. Could this be real? He rushed inside to inspect the egg more closely. It was, without a doubt, made of pure gold. In that instant, Rajan's fortunes had changed. He realized that this golden egg could be worth a fortune. Overwhelmed with joy, Rajan ran to the market to consult with the village goldsmith. The goldsmith confirmed that the egg was indeed made of the finest gold and offered Rajan a large sum of money for it. Rajan, overjoyed, sold the egg and returned home with more wealth than he had ever seen in his life. The next morning, when Rajan went to check on Sana, he found yet another golden egg. His heart leaped with joy. Day after day, Sana continued to lay a single golden egg, and each day, Rajan grew richer and richer. Soon, he was no longer the poor farmer struggling to make a living. He built a grand house, bought more land, and acquired fine clothes and luxuries he had never dreamed of owning. But as Rajan's wealth grew, so did his greed. No longer content with receiving just one golden egg each day, he began to wonder how many more eggs Sana could lay. Why should I wait day after day for just one egg, he thought. There must be a way to get all the eggs at once. One night, as he lay in bed, Rajan concocted a plan. If Sana can lay golden eggs, then surely there must be a treasure of them inside her, he reasoned. Blinded by his greed, he decided to take matters into his own hands. The next morning, before the sun rose, he crept out to the coop with a sharp knife in hand. Sana was peacefully perched on her nest, unaware of Rajan's sinister intentions. Rajan, without hesitation, caught her and, in one swift motion, ended her life, hoping to find a bounty of golden eggs inside her. But when he cut her open, to his horror, there was nothing inside: no golden eggs, no treasure, just the sad remains of the hen that had once brought him fortune. Rajan sank to the ground in disbelief. His hands shook as he realized the gravity of what he had done. In his greed, he had destroyed the very source of his wealth. There would be no more golden eggs, no more riches. Sana, the hen who had been a miracle in his life, was gone forever. News of Rajan's folly quickly spread throughout the village. People shook their heads in pity, and some even mocked him for his greed. Rajan, once a wealthy man, was left with nothing but regret. The grand house he had built soon fell into disrepair, and the riches he had acquired dwindled away. With no steady income and no golden eggs, he was forced to sell his belongings piece by piece just to survive. In time, Rajan returned to his old, modest cottage, but life was never the same again. He often sat by the empty coop, staring at the spot where Sana used to lay her eggs, wishing he could turn back time and undo his terrible mistake. He had learned a harsh lesson, one that would stay with him for the rest of his days: greed can rob you of even the greatest blessings. And so, the story of Rajan and the golden egg became a cautionary tale in the village, passed down from generation to generation. It was a reminder that patience and contentment with what you have are far more valuable than the fleeting allure of wealth and greed. In the end, Rajan lived out his days in quiet reflection, understanding too late that true happiness had always been within his reach if only he had cherished what he already had.